We are back again. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Today, I want us to look at what is taking place generally, just to do a scan of the entire opportunities that are available out there. One of the important qualities of traders is not only to do the near term or the short term fundamental analysis, but it's also to do the far term or the long term fundamental analysis in order to understand what are the emerging trends in terms of opportunities of investments that might come up and become the norm of the day. You may want to invest now in the capabilities that will bring those to bear. For example, an investor that understood when Apple was talking to Steve Jobs to get him back into Apple, this was going to offer an opportunity of new innovation. That investor would have taken a share in the Apple stock because at that point, that stock was at the low point in terms of its value. So is an investor that decided to invest in Microsoft in its early days, or an investor that invested in Facebook in its early days, or an investor that invested in Tesla in its early days. One of the qualities of good investors, it's not only to trade the assets that are already in the market, is to forecast what the opportunities will be in order to look at where to position yourself. By the time you trade the assets into the market, these markets have, or these assets have realized some market value. So today, I just want us to look at the scientific and technology breakthrough between 2024 and 2025 that has come to being, and maybe what the use cases of these would be. In 2022, as I said before, when OpenAI introduced ChatGPT, some of us were already playing with Midjourney on Discord. We knew that there was an artificial intelligence development that was on another level. At that time, we were doing image generation. That's where I learned my prompt skills, or as they call it, prompt engineering. By the time OpenAI, in the chat, I had an idea on how to prompt. It was November 2022. But then I had to sit back and forecast, if this is a technology that's going to take over the market, what would you need to fuel this technology? The computer chip was one of the most important technologies needed for your large language model, for both entrainment and processing. Therefore, I took a position on NVIDIA in November 2022. NVIDIA stock went up by 200% in 2023. This is the reason I do the show now, to help the community have a broader view into the market and its future. What happened last year, what's happening in 2025, and then you can then follow up so that you understand the adoption, what it means if they are adopted, and therefore the stocks of companies that are currently running these, and also the implication on technology. I'll give you several scientific and technology breakthroughs that have been achieved in 2024 and 2025 along their potential use cases. If we look at the medicine and biomedical, the first successful pig kidney transplant to a human was conducted on March 2024. The use case for this is really to address the organ shortage for transplantation. And this could revolutionize the organ transplant procedures, offering hope to millions on waiting list for organs. The other one is the mRNA 4157 melanoma vaccine approval, which is expected in 2025, right? The use case for this is the personalized cancer treatment potential, which would extend this technology to other cancers, offering a new frontier in oncology with vaccines tailored to individual genetic profiles. The other one is the new yearly HIV prevention drug, lenacapavir. A breakthrough of the year in 2024, with an expectation by mid-2025 of their approval, right? And the use case is the significant improvement in HIV prevention, particularly in regions where daily medication adherence is challenging, potentially reducing new infections dramatically. The other one is CRISP therapy for sickle cell diseases and the Casgevy, I apologize, the Casgevy or the Casgevy, depending whether you're American or not American, has been approved by the UK MHRA in 2024. And the use case for this is the treatment of genetic disorders by editing the patient's DNA, opening pathways for curing many hereditary diseases and potentially extending to other genetic conditions. On the space side, the solar maximum peak in 2025 has been one of the projects with a use case in enhancing the study of solar activity, which could improve space weather forecasting. The use case is to enhance the study of solar activity, which could improve space weather forecasting, satellite operations, and astronaut safety during space missions. The third one is China's Tianwen-2 mission, which will launch in May 2025. The use case for this is cometary science and asteroid sample return, contributing to the understanding of the solar system origins and potentially identifying sources for future space mining. The Bepi Colombo's sixth flyby of Mercury happened in January 2025 and was supposed to be a detailed study of Mercury's surface, atmosphere, and magnetosphere, and into our knowledge of planetary science and solar dynamics. Europa Clipper mission flyby at Mars is due for March 2025. The use case for this is the research on Europa's potential for life with implication in astrobiology, understanding ocean worlds, and future human exploration missions. And then let's get to the buzzword, the one that everybody is talking about. It's artificial intelligence and computing. A Condor processor was announced on the 8th of January 2025. And the use case for it is advanced quantum computing applications in drug discovery, climate modeling, financial optimization, and cryptography. The second in AI is the IBM Quantum Heron processor, which was announced in August 19th, 2024. The use case for it is also enhanced quantum algorithmic development, potential speeding up complex computations in various fields like logistics, drug design, and cybersecurity. AI for scientific discovery, and this was something that was worked on in 2024. A use case really was accelerating the research in chemistry and physics and biology by predicting molecular structure, optimizing experiments, and discovering new materials or drug candidates. And this one has already been done, so it's currently taking place in terms of the further research around it. If we look around the environment and energy, there are two projects around it. For example, the solid-state battery developments. It's expected to have a tipping point scale by 2025. The solid-state has been used in the computer side in terms of making sure that when you get the data, the memory, you would have the solid-state drives on the hard drives. These hard drives tend to be faster in terms of processing speeds and highly reliable in terms of memory. So now that solid state technology is being moved into batteries. This is expected to have a serious tipping point in 2025, with the use cases being the increase in safety, energy density, and the longevity of batteries, potentially transforming electric vehicles, grid storage, and portable electronics. This is an important emerging technology because what it means is the manufacturers that are manufacturing the batteries for the automotive industry or the vehicles, whether it's trucks or light commercial vehicles, this will change usability of those assets. This is fundamental because we're seeing the new emerging electric mobility coming through with its limitation on the investment on the infrastructure that supports that kind of mobility. The frontiers of storage within the lithium battery cells are being expanded along with the energy density, the longevity of the batteries, and the safety. This new technology is coming through with a solid-state battery, which means companies providing mobility have to improve their offering as well as the battery manufacturers. The second one is the biochar for carbon sequestration, which was done in 2024. And the use cases around it is the long-term carbon storage, soil improvement, water purification, which will aid into the climate change mitigation and sustainable agriculture. If we go into robotics and automation, here we are looking at the agentic AI for business productivity in 2025. And the use cases around the automation of complex technical projects, customer service, decision-making processes, and enhancing business efficiency and reducing operational costs. Now, in the crypto space, we know the emergence of the AI agents and how disruptive they've been. And therefore, this is the technology in 2025 in crypto that we know some of the AI agents that are currently in deployment receiving attention and to an extent some investments. And therefore you need to spend more time in understanding the various categories of AI agents and their use cases. But the AI agents are replacing the bots that we used to have, or the trading bots as we used to call them. So now you're going to have AI trading agents. And some of these agents, I invested in an AI token. And this AI token has a use case of managing its own community. If you go to its Twitter page, you can ask any question and it will give you the answers. Or if you go to its Telegram community, you can ask any question. It operates 24/7 and has the knowledge of its own ecosystem, and therefore it's able to engage with the community. So you use them for community engagement. There are some AI agents that are running Twitter pages. They interact, provide information, and scan the internet to find useful information to share with the community. This is a limited use case of agents already in operation. The AI agent is a new and important development in crypto, but it will also be used in the investment world. Rather than using a bot, you use an agent and set the parameters of what it has to scan before it takes certain positions. I'll do an episode that talks about how to get some of the agent's parameters that you can set. Let's talk about quantum computing and security. Quantum resistant encryption is an ongoing development, and we think that in 2024-2025 it will still continue. And really the important thing about this use case here is that data security against future quantum computing threats and ensuring long-term data security for governments, banks, and technology companies. And this one is very important because the quantum algorithm can break through any password at the moment. And there was a threat of what this means to the blockchain. Now, there is a level of qubit processing that you need to get to before the blockchain could be manipulated or the blockchain could be solved by a quantum computer. It's not impossible, but we're not there yet in terms of the current breakthroughs. So it's something that we've looked at in crypto. I will do an episode to talk about it, but there was a scare that if you were to come with quantum computers, then the blockchain, which is the safest thing we know now in cryptography, what impact will it be affected with? The last one is just one of those miscellaneous breakthroughs like the blind quantum computing, which was announced on the 9th of January 2025. This one will enable the securing of the cloud computing with privacy guarantees, which could revolutionize how sensitive data is processed in business and in research. So these breakthroughs illustrate a broad spectrum of advancements across various fields, each with the potential to significantly impact how we address global challenges in health, energy, and environmental sustainability, including technology and beyond. I just gave you a brief summary of the breakthroughs that have taken place in 2024 and some in 2025 and what we're expecting in 2025. These breakthroughs tell you the use case and the industry that is in. If you are interested in any of the breakthroughs, dig a little bit deeper so you understand who are the players at the cutting edge of this development. And what is the runway? What is the period within which you anticipate the market adoption? Because you want to invest before the mass market adoption. That's where you would get the best value on this. Some of them may not even have penetrated the market. Some of them are innovations of existing technology that is enhanced further. So it's important to take from where we are, continue with your research. The most important element of this episode is that when you do fundamental analysis on market dynamics, as I'm doing and we're doing as a community, you also do a scan of a longer term scenario. In this episode, I've used a short-term view between 2024-2025 of maturing technology or technology that is now being introduced. Yes, we know that it will take some time for it to be commercialized, but then that commercialization now allows you to start following through with what the trend developments are, and therefore you can then take an investment decision in it. When we started the episode, I made an example of my investment into NVIDIA. NVIDIA was affected heavily by the introduction of DeepSeek, the Chinese large language model, because that large language model was done at a fraction of the cost it has costed to develop the mainstream AI solutions. All of these available AIs were developed at significant and exorbitant fees. And therefore, if DeepSeek was able to be developed in a period of 3 months for about not more than $5 million, this threw the market into a turmoil. At one point, the stock of NVIDIA went down by something like 27%. This did not affect me because my investment in November 2022 had significantly shot up. Therefore, a 27% retracement, I was still in the money. I will, in the next episode, take the community into the development of Bitcoin. And then you will realize if you had bought Bitcoin at $10,000, even at $30,000, when we are sitting with Bitcoin now at a support of $94,000 and a resistance of about $98,000, because now it's at $97, $179 as I'm talking to you now, your early investor is not affected by the market consolidation, even the retracements that are taking place. So that investor is more comfortable and relaxed with their portfolio than an investor that has just invested now within this period, who is affected by the retracement in the market and the movement and the support and resistance movement, the strength of the RSI, the MACD, all of these technical tools that we use to look at the market movement. It's important to have this far view and have the early adopters investment position. When the market starts to come in and it gets affected by the macroeconomic issues of the day, the geopolitical issues of the day, because you were in on the trade earlier, you sit and relax. These investments, I'm talking about spot investments. I'm not talking about leverage investments, because leverage investments are always flash outs in the market. The market does not go up in a straight line. There's always flash outs. But when you are investing in spot and you look at the short to medium term, you see how the portfolio performs. As a result, your long-term investors who are looking at month movement of the market see a little bit of a tranquil picture. than an investor who's looking at the hourly trade movements, who's affected by the market sentiments. Unfortunately, that person will be a little bit driven by the emotions of the day. There is no FOMO on long-term investment. FOMO is on short and small-term windows of trades because you are affected by what is taking place today. But if you've taken an early investment, you don't get affected by these things. You relax, though you're an investor in the same market. You don't have to go through your trading desk. You know exactly where your portfolio is at. You do your technical analysis. You know where you take your profits. But these are long-range views that you do on your analysis. So this is an important episode that I think we should take seriously. I hope it starts your journey to go and look into the market. We've come to the end of the show. Thank you for sticking around. And I really appreciate the comments from some of our members. Please can subscribe. It's important for me to develop this community because I really have love in what I do and I hope it's helpful. My intention is to help the community. If I could do a small contribution in you securing your financial future and in you securing your financial independence, at least I would know I've achieved something. May you see profitable trade. Bye for now.